Good afternoon, ladies, and thank you for joining us in Far Above Rubies today. I'm so glad that each of you are here. Today's story from the life of Jesus that we're diving right into is a very simple story. Many of you are familiar with this. It's taught to our Sunday school children, and yet we lose the beauty of this story sometimes because we're so familiar with it. And the reading passage you'll find the story in is Matthew chapter 8, verses 23 through 27. This is a story where Jesus and his disciples get in a boat. They go to cross the Sea of Galilee, and they're met with a storm. There's a few times that Jesus' disciples are met with a storm, so you shouldn't think it abnormal when you come across a storm in your life. But Jesus goes and lays down in the bottom of the boat for a nap. It literally says he's sleeping, he's down for the count. And the waves begin to come and the wind begins to pick up. And it says the waves are beginning to engulf the boat. And the disciples began to freak out and they begin to panic. And they run down and they rush to Jesus and they wake him up and say, "Wake up, Jesus." And he looks at them like, "What's the matter with you?" And they say, "We're going to drown. We're going to drown." The creator of the universe is in their boat, is on their side, is for them. And all they can think in the middle of their storm is, "We're going to drown. Why aren't you doing anything, Jesus?" How familiar is this story for us and for our lives, ladies, that we can find ourselves in the middle of a storm. Know that Jesus is with us. Know that he is for us. Know that he is beside us and in our boat in the middle of the storm. And yet, because we don't see him at work, we think, "Wake up, Lord. I'm going to drown." How quickly do we jump to that conclusion? How many miracles had Jesus' disciples seen him perform at this point in their relationship? How many times had he confided in them who he was? And yet, "Wake up, Jesus. Why aren't you doing anything? We're going to drown." And Jesus tells them they have very little faith in this moment. He gets up, goes above board, above the deck, and he tells the storm to calm down. Now, he did wake up. He did go to the storm, and he did tell it to be still. So, going to Jesus is never a bad idea. Going to him with our trouble, our problems, our situation, telling him of our storm is never a bad idea. He can bring peace where only trouble was before. But don't ever let us lose faith. Don't ever let us lose sight of what Jesus is capable of. You're not going to drown so long as Jesus is in your boat or you're in Jesus's boat. Jesus didn't hop on with the disciples hopped on with Jesus. As long as those disciples were in Jesus's boat, do you think it was going to sink? Do you think they were going to drown? You will keep your head above water. It might be rough. It might be rough. But you hang in there, my sweet sister. Go read Matthew chapter 8, verses 23 through 27. This is a little short passage. And remind yourself that no matter what storm you face this holiday season or in the coming new year, that if you get yourself in the boat with Jesus and follow his direction and his guidance, even if you can't see his hand at work, he is there and you will not drown. You will be safe. I love you all. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day. If no one's told you lately, you are loved. You are cherished. You are valuable. You have worth, my friend, and that worth is far above rubies. I love you all. God bless you.